Christmas to all. We are glad you're here with us on this Christmas night. Our third game of the triple-header Christmas special takes us to Santa Clara, California, inside Levi Stadium. Harbowl vibes in the air here on this Christmas night as these two franchises met a decade ago in New Orleans.
Different teams and different times this year. What a matchup we got here tonight, though. This is the game we should save for last. These two teams are at the top of their game this season, playing just before the playoffs, opposite conferences. It's like an early Super Bowl here tonight. What a Christmas treat.
The 49ers' undefeated streak ended, and they have lost a couple in a row now. Is that going to be on their minds in this one, Frank?
Yep, not because they lost, but two in a row. Now that can stick with them. They could be thinking they can't let that third loss in a row happen. This could cause them to panic and make some mistakes out there on the field tonight. They know how good this Ravens team is, and I'm sure Coach Shanahan has prepared them well for this game tonight.
The fans are ready. We are ready. Teams are lined up in the tunnels. We are a go to send you out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, who have the call tonight.
Tonight, from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see the San Francisco 49ers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
It's the Ravens and the Niners on Monday night.
From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Now this, not your typical Monday night with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Merry Christmas to you and yours, everyone at home. But Charles, this, the third of three here on this Christmas day. We saw the 49ers, remember, on Thanksgiving night as well. Now they're back, looking to turn the tables on the team that got the better of them in Super Bowl 47.
And that was a decade ago. And that was brother versus brother. That was a storyline. One still remains, but the storyline that exists today, two really good teams getting ready to go at it.
It's the nightcap to a big Christmas day full of football. The Ravens and the Niners. Off we go from Santa Clara. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Devin Duvernay. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they work this well upfield across the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Niners at 13-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On second down, McCaffrey. There he goes, right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing here, Purdy. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Purdy with it on third and long. Now he's flushed out right. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jackson running again. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. You look at this Niner defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time. Made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there at 22. Purdy now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. But you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Jackson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore 1st. Now back to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have regained the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Purdy off the play fake. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That can be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Now Sanders. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Purdy. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now Purdy. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jackson. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half. And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going? On second down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there. Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play. And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break off big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs. And a quick throw here that That's complete.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Edwards going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers 1st down up to the 47-yard line.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And they'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And Sanders now to return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is McCaffrey on the give. Oh, able to avoid him. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Shotgun now with Purdy. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
On the return is Duvernay. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he returns this to the 22. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 30-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser, his 2nd sack of the night.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The throwing here, Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 69 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no shot at another touchdown here as he'll take a knee and bring this one out to the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now ready for another possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Off the option, here's Edwards. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On On third down, here's Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So Purdy and the Niners down by 11, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Here's Purdy. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's Purdy to throw. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Throwing, Purdy. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Owens. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. To throw is Purdy. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. Purdy to throw. As the clock will start. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Taking that knee
maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Baltimore, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
Oh, and hear the angels' voices all night goodbye, all night when Christ is home. Oh,